Well, you know me, I couldn't let Tim just get away with spouting off all of his opinions without some sort of rebuttal. Truth is, I agree with him on a lot of it, but please don't tell him. So what can I say? I watched the Super Bowl halftime like everybody else. I thought it was a study in excess, although I would imagine if you were at the venue and participated, it was somewhat interactive, that it might have been a lot of fun. But what can I say? I like marching bands. I would have much rather seen marching bands be part of the pageantry, if not the most of it. But there again, maybe I'm the only person that feels that way. But Tim, I kind of doubt it. Now, as to the digital floor issue, I agree with Tim that who knows when it'll actually be an affordable thing to be able to do. It might be sometime in the future. So I guess we're really talking about it theoretically at this point. But I'm one that feels like that you don't legislate morality or ethics. And so in this particular case, I wish it were open and a choice for designers to have. It certainly stimulates my imagination to think about all the things that could be done with a floor to help increase a sense of focus and certainly extend the level of artistry and whatnot. But what can I say? A couple of years ago, we started seeing the LED strips on percussion instruments, and that sort of played itself out pretty quick because it was relatively limited. Although, having said that, maybe sometime in the next year or so, someone will come out with a really unique way of handling that we're not familiar with at this point, and we'll all think, why didn't we think of that? But at any rate, it really is interesting and captures the imagination to think what could be done. I personally still think at some point that we're going to allow lighting in some sense in some of our pageantry events, and compared to other things that have been somewhat controversial in our evolution, I think that there's really a strong case for it. But nevertheless, there's lots of technical and certainly financial things to consider. So again, if that means that I agree with more of this conversation with Tim, then I disagree. Please don't tell him. And thanks.
Have a question for a roundtable talk, or have a suggestion for a podcast topic or guest? Go to marchingroundtable.com and click here on feedback, or here on Ask Tim a Question. Don't forget you can always find podcasts on topics that interest you by searching in our podcast archives. And when you go to YouTube to watch a Roundtable Talk video, make sure and subscribe so you never miss a single episode of Roundtable Talk.